Hello, and welcome to a special Barbie Sorority Chat. In this Barbie Sorority Chat today, we did a spa day. We're going to do another spa day this week. It's decided because basically I was watching a Disney Barbie girl, how she restores her Barbies and takes care of her Barbies. And I'm trying to learn from her technique on how to do stuff. And I realized that I moved around so much that maybe it's time that the Barbies need a spa treatment too, as well as the hair done. So what happens? I did a spa bath and did a hair done with some of the Barbies. What I like to mention to viewers who are sensitive, if you are offended by nudity and you wish to listen to this video, there's no descriptive sexual overtones used, but I would recommend you watch the video with the video off and just listen to the audio. And so basically, from this point onward, anyone who is offended by nudity, seeing the Barbies, as they're going to be a spa wash and hair set, because you can't wash the Barbies with the clothes on. Um, Please turn off the video, listen to the audio, or you may wish to switch to a different video. To those who are continuing, I'd like to thank you for your support, and others that have sensitivity. I can emphasize, and basically, please, I hope you come back for other videos where we have different topics. Okay, now I have it set up again so you can see more detail. And as you can see, what I do is when I remove my hand, I put Jill inside. And then also what I do is I carefully do her hair, but also I'm doing it in such a way so as not to affect her face and her makeup. So you gotta make sure you be careful you don't affect her face and her makeup. And what happens again, running the Pantene Pro V, basically, and I'll show you the results of what this has done with the other Barbies. And again, whoops, she got some soap in the eyes. Let's get that out of there. Whoops, let's see, there we go. And then the other thing I always do is afterwards, we rinse. And now we'll let the Pantene Full V set. Now, next Barbie we're going to do is we're going to do Bruce. We're going to do Stanley. And Stanley normally has basically doesn't as a Ken, but the Kens don't have hair, so what I did is I added hair extension. But the first thing we're going to do is what I've noticed with the Barbies is I don't think they've had a bath since they've been boxed. So also, now watch how I do Stanley's hair. Now Stanley's hair is glued on, so it's glued on with hot glue, so it's not going to come off. It's not going to come off with this because this isn't too hot. But if it was hotter, it would come off. And we do the same thing that we did did with Jill. And again, get Stanley in a full immersion body bath. And we rinse. And rinse Stanley. Now what happens is, just a minute, I just have to empty the body bath solution just a little bit. And now we're going to put Jill back in again. Now Jill's going in a full immersion bubble bath. This is with Pantene solution. This is with full Pantene volume solution, 2-in-1 conditioner and volume. It knows basically I'm trying to keep it so it doesn't affect the makeup. Again, just take the hair, just gently like this. And now what we're going to do, we're going to do a gentle rinse. And that's so, and also we're going to rinse Jill's hair as well, so that Jill's hair is nice and remember, Pantene is heat activated, so you have to have it hot enough so that it is heat activated. Now we'll do the same thing with Stanley, as you can see. Now, both of them are in here. Both of them are adults, so this is an adult spa. So it's okay if both adults are naked and not wearing swimwear shorts, because we are fully adult Barbie house. We do have sections which are non-adult sections, but this is an adult section. Then what I do with the hair, so you put it like this, a little bit like that, just to again do Stanley's hair like that though. And then also give Stanley a warm bath. Now the next step is what we're going to do is we're going to empty the Barbie bath. And now we're going to rinse. And Stanley's hair a little bit. And again, rinse again. You can see there's still some glue stuff on there, like that though, but whoops, or I guess learning something here with Stanley's hair. Got to be a little more gentle. Now we'll rinse Barbie. We rinse Jill. So now let's do Jill. Now what I do next is I take and undo the ends. The ends are always the hardest. The ends are always the hard that they have the sticky part. And you notice I'm using a wide edge of the brush, wide edge of a comb to do this. So basically, because when you do it properly, see how it's starting to go through? Like that, there we go. And then what you do is then I do the back. Now the last step that I do is I use the small bristles to make sure that everything is okay. See how it's okay there? And then we go in the front. Now let's wet Jill's hair one more time. And you gotta make sure you wash the conditioner out, because if you don't wash the conditioner out, it's gonna come out as a mousse. So now with Stanley, we're gonna do the same thing, but we have to be a little bit careful because Stanley's hair was put on a little bit differently. So we're just gonna have to. What we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to let Stanley's hair set, because Stanley's hair was set on basically by hot glue and its hair extensions, so you really can't get it combed out as well as you'd like to with hair extensions. So we're gonna let Stanley's hair dry a little bit, and we'll see. Let's see what we can do. We can do. Whoops! This is what I was saying. See, part of it came out, so we gotta let Stanley's hair stay like that though, because and let it dry. So if you have a doll that has hair extensions, you gotta remember you can't do it harshly, because the hair will come out. And then the last part, as you can see, Stanley and Jill are basically resting. And now the hair's done. Now what we'll do is we'll go over to the Barbie Sorority. And now we're back at the Barbie Sorority. As you can see, basically Diana, who was done earlier. Let's see if we can get a better view of her here. I'm very happy how the Pantene Pro V worked on getting her hair to come out. And let me show you. Again, to our viewers, this is an adult channel, so please, if you're offended by nudity, just turn the volume off or switch, and you can see how much volume the Pantene Pro V added to her hair and how it makes her look. And let's just put her back with her friend Mike. Mike and Lara are actually boyfriend and girlfriend. Now you can see Barbie and Lara. Now let me show you Lara's hair. Again, whoops. There we go. And you can look at that volume, how that came out. Boy, this Pantene Pro V, good stuff. And you can use it. I use it on my wigs. Let's do Barbie. Now Barbie stuff has like a little bit of a bob here. This Barbie was made in 1991. She has a different type of hair. It's taken a little bit longer to dry. The newer Barbie hairs dry sooner, but I'm still very happy with how it came out. And basically in that though. And finally, let's take a look at Anastasia. Anastasia is a Barbie-like doll. She's made from a different toy company. But you can see with the Pantene Pro V, look at just sort of a wash and a dry. Look at how that brings out the curls like that though, and stuff. And you can see basically, and let's see who else. Oh, let's go with Jill. And Jill, again, you can see basically, see how that's bringing out the curls like that, even for Jill's hair. And what happens, Jill has the same type of hair as the original, as my 91, as Barbie, so it's taking a little bit longer. Again, since the Barbie sorority house is an adult sorority house, the Barbies are air drying like that though, because I wouldn't recommend using a curling iron or straightening iron, because the hair may burn, unless you test a sample of the hair, and even a blow dryer. So you can see everyone is sort of just sitting, some all natural, and basically, and then basically into a different set of clothes tomorrow. Now tomorrow, basically, I'm gonna do Kiko and Beta, as well as Sabrina, and then Jane, Bruce, Demetra, and what happens, I'm gonna have to, and also Michelle, and that though. So the reason I have to do is I have to take my time because of my health. And later on, I'm planning to do Judy and Annette, do their hair as well, and also Gwen, and then also Karen, Marie, Daphne, and what happens, I'm debating about Tatiana and Olga, because I don't want to make sure I don't ruin the hair. But I will do Hetty and Lucille. But everyone's going to get a spa bath. So let me know what you think and what happens. So another thing, something else I've been doing is I've been taking the Barbies out with me. So when we go out for lunch, or we see them on social media, you see us pictures at Wendy's and Barnes and Noble and other things. So this concludes the Barbie sorority spa treatment day 1. And let me know what you think. Best way is just leave comments on YouTube, Facebook, X, Pinterest. And please remember, I'll try to respond as fast as possible. Thank you again for watching, and have a great day.